Welcome to ComedyMX's Cartoon Classics channel. Binge out on the animated Superman, Popeye, Bugs Bunny and Friends, Technicolor classic tunes, animators UB Iwerks and Max Fleischer, Mickey Mouse, Betty Boop, and all your cartoon favorites. Animate your everyday at Cartoon Classics channel. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
Right, boss. I'm moving it down there right now. Oh, boy. Does he ever take off? And just when I thought everything was going wrong, just Andy! Something gone right, boss?
Yeah, the United States of America, for one. Can't you follow up anything anymore?
Gee, boss, we're doing the worst we can.
I don't have forever, you mule.
Say, I don't know why I got a failure to pull that tin out.
I've got lots of irons in the fire, see? Nowadays, if a guy wants to make any trouble around here, he's just got to make it himself.
What are you going to do, boss? Get into politics again? Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow.
Politics? I've got something a whole lot better than that, you turkey. Try this! I know just the ticket. It's worked before. Those were the days. And it'll work again. Inflation? Why should I worry about it? Farm prices are high. I worry about depression, not inflation.
But doesn't it worry you that...
Worry? Wheat's up, corn's up. Us farmers are making a killing, money-wise.
But what good is it if everything you have to buy costs twice as much or even 3 times as...
Get off our case. Always handing us farmers the short end. Guys like you really find my work.
Everything's up. It wouldn't be fair if our profits didn't go up, too.
But if your profits go way up, then no one can afford your product. Unless they get higher wages. And then...
So what? Let them go up. See who cares. Profits is the name of the game. Can't you get that through your head? Picture-wise?
No, I can't. How can you make a profit if no one can buy your product? Customer-wise.
Volume-wise, that's how, see? Advertise, that's more. Oh, I smell smoke. Inflation, it's tough, but at least my paycheck is going up, too.
But not keeping up, right? That's the trouble with inflation. It always stays ahead of us.
Ahead of us? Behind us? Who cares? We got cost of living contracts.
But what good are they if they can't keep up with prices?
Yeah? Well, we never had it so good. Guys like you really...
Workers demand
Higher wages.
record high
Higher
farm
prices.
prices.
Higher
Higher
profits.
than ever. No end seen to inflation.
Where's it all going to end? Brimstone's talking tonight. Tonight? Wonder what he'll say.
I'm laying it on you straight, suckers, citizens. Inflation just means more. More money in our pockets, more credit for more things for more of us. More, you dig? You'll hear?
More? I don't know about that. Not for anyone I've ever known.
Now, sucker our citizens, you get the message? Inflation just means more. More, you dig?
Dig? Not exactly.
Bugger off, boy.
I don't see how you say more when we all end up with less.
Brush off, boy. You bother me.
Just look what inflation's done in my own lifetime. Like when I was a young man, a suit of clothes cost me $65. Now the same suit of clothes costs me $140. A new car then was $2,000. Now it costs at least $3,000. A bag of groceries was about $7. Now the same bag is at least $15. My new house cost me $25,000 then. The same house would cost me $70,000 today. And don't talk to me about taxes. They've gone up 150%. Property taxes even higher. And how about insurance rates? Up over 160%. Healthcare's gone up more than 200%. And no more house calls. Anyone remember the nickel candy bar? It's 15 cents these days, and there isn't as much of it. So where does that leave us? It works out to about 120% rise in the cost of just living, or even higher depending on the way it's added up. And meanwhile, what do we have to show for it? Well, take wages. They've gone up all right, about 80%. Pensions, retirement, Social Security, fixed incomes? Sure, they've gone up too. Altogether about 80 or 90%. And dividends, maybe a little bit higher. So what have we got? 120% rise against an 80 or 90% gain. Now, I don't have to be a genius to know what kind of a job inflation's done on me. I can remember how it was, and I know how it is now. So no one has to tell me that inflation's like a crazy carnival, funny mirrors, clowns and all, that it's like a roller coaster, a wild ride, and at the end, a big letdown. A great big zero. And it's even more serious. Inflation attacks our confidence in ourselves and our country. It drains our spirit, makes us doubt our values, and weakens us as a people. It's one of the dangers Abraham Lincoln must have met.
At what point shall we expect danger? It must spring up among us. We ourselves must be its author and finisher.
That's what Mr. Lincoln said, and he's a hard act to follow.
Lincoln?
So if anyone...
And place your name.
Inflation...
I smell my act coming on. Yes,
In days of yore, men's backs got sore, moving things by muscle. Aladdin was the only one who didn't have to hustle. He merely rubbed his magic lamp, and a genie did his bidding. Today, a genie helps us all. He moves our goods around, propels us swiftly through the skies, and works upon the ground. The way we use our genie's powers keeps him on the jump. Our genie comes not from a lamp, but from a gasoline pump.
Hi there. I'm your modern genie. Gasoline, always at your service. People have been relying on me for some time now, but for thousands of years, I was hidden in oil deposits that were locked beneath the surface of the earth. There I was, waiting to provide the energy man needed to make life easier for himself. Just as I'd about given up hope, it happened. I thought I was on my way when man drilled his first oil well at Titusville, Pennsylvania on August 27, 1859, and extracted petroleum from the earth with me in it. But when man distilled the crude oil and gasoline came out, he didn't even know I was there. It was kerosene he wanted. I was considered just a waste product and given the old heave-ho. For years, I was thrown out of more places. No one wanted gasoline. Finally, in 1893, the first horseless carriage was built and powered by a one-cylinder, 4-horsepower gasoline engine. And it looked like the start of my career. Some start. Bicycles left me in the dust, and horses gave me the old... In 1896, there were only 4 automobiles operating in the whole country. By 1898, 800 autos were on the roads. Soon, throughout the world, people began to call for gasoline. La gasolina.
A spot of petrol, please.
Drilling rigs began to pop up all over the country. In the early days, the refinery fellows could get only 9 gallons of gasoline out of each 42-gallon barrel of crude oil. No matter what kind of still they used, only 9 gallons came out as gasoline. Then, in 1913, the cracking process was developed, which doubled gasoline production and produced a better grade fuel out of each barrel of oil. With better gasoline available, more and more people started traveling by automobile each year. Oil companies built more refineries to compete for the growing business and increased their research efforts. Research workers knew that engines couldn't improve until they could produce better gasoline. They said I was too noisy. That I left carbon deposits. that I was gummy and made the valve stick. So the research fellows began to improve my performance. They used chemicals to get rid of my gumminess. I had more pep, but I still had a knock the boys didn't like. But finally, the scientists discovered an anti-knock additive. Boy, what a difference. I thought I was doing okay, but oil men are never satisfied. They invested more money to build better refineries and hired more research people. The next thing I knew, the research scientists were looking inside of me. They decided that I had a bad case of moleculitis. So they developed special refining processes to rearrange my molecules. They combined small molecules by polymerization. By alkylation, they lengthened different ones. My long, noisy molecules were changed into compact, quiet ones by reforming. Wow! This treatment did it. What smoothness. What power.
150 million gallons of gasoline have to be produced every day to keep our 68 million cars and trucks rolling. It's a complex problem to make sure that gasoline is always available at pumps throughout the nation. To stay ahead of competition, the oil industry carries on a costly worldwide search for new oil deposits. Oftentimes, it costs more than $250,000 just to drill a well. Yet 9 out of 10 exploratory holes are dry. 9-to-1 odds against finding any oil at all. It takes billions of dollars to finance the major oil field operations that supply hundreds of separate refining companies that compete to produce better gasoline at a lower price. Every day, more than 1,000 competing transportation companies move millions of gallons of oil and gasoline by tank cars, trucks, ships, barges, and pipelines. And hundreds of separate oil companies constantly compete to supply their products to about 200,000 independently owned or operated rival service stations. Today's gasoline is a complex, tailor-made fuel which is blended for all kinds of driving conditions. It ensures fast engine starts in cold weather. It protects against vapor lock in extreme heat. And it has built-in power to flatten out the steepest hills. Our gasoline friend provides the energy for a lot of different jobs. By spinning the crankshaft, his energy makes the car go and operates the automatic transmission. His energy operates the fuel pump, oil pump, and water pump, and keeps the fan turning to cool the motor. His energy generates electricity, operates power brakes, power steering, power windows, heats the car in winter, and cools it in the summer. His energy adjusts the power seats, lights the driver's cigarette, and keeps the radio playing. When you consider the power and pleasure that gasoline provides, the many jobs that it does in the modern automobile, it's safe to say that the customer gets a lot of value in a gallon of gasoline when he goes into a service station and says, "Fill her up."
The dealer is your car's best friend. He checks it over from end to end. Fan belt, battery, oil, and water. Checks the tires like he ordered. Makes the windshield spick and span. Even cleans the glasses for the man. The customer's king to the gasoline trade and gets top value with each sale that's made.
Our story begins. He is headed for the old fishing hole. Uh-oh. Too bad. Freddie had helped his mother make soft soap to sell to their friends and neighbors.
Shucks, if I didn't have to work. Think of all the fun I could be having. Gee.
Freddie tries to figure out an easier and quicker way to make soap. He goes to work to make his dreams of fun come true. After years of working night and day, Freddie's experiments bring success.
Soap in cakes.
Pretty soon, word gets around to the housewives who want shorter, easier wash days and cleaner clothes. Freddie's soap is just what they need. He invests his profits in larger quarters and new equipment to make enough soap to satisfy the demand. Finally, his dreams come true. Time off for fun on Saturday. Hey, Freddie, a guy can fish anytime.
At 23 skidoo.
Goodbye, Freddie.
Hopelessly in love, he wants to make good in a big way. So, back to work. As the company grows, it brings the railroad and other businesses to town. Increased property taxes from the thriving community help to build better schools, streets, parks, libraries, playgrounds, and waterworks. Taxes even help to provide more and better governmental services, such as police protection. Before long, Freddie becomes a successful businessman. And, incidentally, a successful husband and father. Fudsy's expanding company creates all kinds of jobs that never existed before. To increase production and sales, Fudsy builds up a strong labor management team. Each year, he invests a portion of his profits in research to develop better soap that can be made to sell at lower prices. The Fudsy Company continues to grow with the years because it makes a good soap, which in competition with others sells at a fair price. Competition forces each manufacturer to improve his product, to sell it for less, and to give the consumer more for $1 than his competitor. And Fudsy is hard to beat. Finally, he gets so many orders he realizes that one factory simply can't meet the demand. His profit motive starts sparking to figure out a way to increase production. He forms a corporation and issues stock to raise money to build factories from coast to coast. Fudsy's employees have faith in his management and back him with their savings. Banks loan depositors money to help finance the expansion program. Insurance companies loan the funds of their policyholders to help build the factories. Stock exchanges act as a clearinghouse for people from all walks of life to buy securities. Before long, everybody gets plenty of soap. At last, Fudsy's success is complete. Soap City. The profit motive, which drove Fudsy to accomplish so much, may bring out the evil as well as the good.
Hello? Fudsy, old boy, I've got a great idea.
Between us, we control 70% of the country's soap sales.
Yeah, but quiet. Let's see what's cooking.
I smell trouble. Let's raise and fix our prices.
Controlling 70% of the market where we do cleanup.
Terrific. We'll make millions. Millions. Go.
Quiet. Okay, Sam. It's a deal.
You'll be sorry.
Fudsy and Sam Sudso raise and fix prices, but the result is not what they expect. A competitor comes along with a good bar of soap that sells at a lower price. Since shoppers always seek maximum value, only the lower priced soap sells, while Fudsy and Sam Sudso's profits turn into losses. 99 times out of 100, competition works. When it doesn't, the government steps in to prevent monopolistic attempts.
That was a tough break. Now the next time...
Only a business operating at a steady profit can give its workers security and employee benefits. Operating at a profit, a business can provide the employee with comfortable, colorful working conditions, high wages and steady employment, first aid and health protection, accident and life insurance, time off for vacations. The employee working for a profitable business can maintain a savings account, own his own home, and have plenty of leisure to enjoy the peace and quiet of family life. When investors receive fair dividends, they are eager to supply industry with a steady flow of capital to create new tools and plants, which in turn create new jobs. With business prosperous and employment high, the farmer has a ready and profitable market for the sale of his produce. When businesses all over the country operate at a steady profit, our economic health is tops. Billions in taxes paid out of profits flow into local, state, and governments. The profit motive has been the driving force back of the growth of American industry. The American system of free enterprise will give the young people of today the freedom of opportunity to develop ideas which will make a better way of life for the children of tomorrow.